All right, so what are the places that we're looking for? Specifically, we are looking for these three things, and I've developed these three things over the last probably decade of working with my athletes. These are core principles. There's no way around these things. First and foremost, play in the present, perform in the present. Spend your time as often as you can being present in this moment. Right here, right now, what all of us have is this, what we're doing right now. If you are thinking about what happened earlier today, if you are worried about what you're doing later today, you are no longer present. And I will tell you, there's potential that either fear or anxiousness, or at least some stress, will come up because you're not here. You're not locked into this moment. We are either typically pre-playing or replaying, meaning, man, I can't believe we did this, or I did this, or I said this, or what if we do this, or I do this, or I say this, or we don't perform this way, we don't win. If you hear anything that sounds like what if questions, then you know that you are already in the pre-play. You are predicting the what if, and once we are in the prediction of what if, we will feel anxiousness. 2, give our attention as deeply as we possibly can to what we have control over. What we have control over is actually very little. But what we also do have more control over is the idea of process. Can we get really good at understanding the things that make us good without guaranteeing outcomes? Everything that I do with my athlete clients or my coach clients is focused on this idea. Where do you have the greatest impact? We create this idea of best self. What are you? Who are you when you're at your absolute best? And the only parameter that I put on it is that it can't be outcome focused. So for you guys as coaches, I would ask the question, what are you at your best? And you could not say, well, I'm at my best when we're winning all the time, because we're not winning all the time. We're not playing perfect games all the time. So what is it that allows you to be performing at your best? What do you look like when you're interacting with your team? What do you look like in your in how you're teaching? How do you look when you're interacting with the referees? How do you carry yourself? What's your mood like? These are the things that are in your best self. After that, we don't really have a lot. So we can put ourselves in position for success, but we don't guarantee success. And then third is the detachment from the judgments. And there are 3 judgments. The first one is self-criticism. Self-criticism and self-evaluation are very different. At the end of a season, or even at the end of a game, you can self-evaluate. What would I like to improve? What didn't we do well tonight that I want to change, that I want to work on, that I want to get better at? Self-criticism sounds like I suck. I'm never going to be good at this. I'm just not that person. Difference between the two creates a great opportunity for self-awareness. The opinions of others. We do not own other people's opinions. I was talking to one of our staff members here. They handled something absolutely perfect with everyone in the organization, and 2 people were like still extremely angry about the scenario. I'm like, this is the greatest example in the world of, you could tell somebody you won $1 million and they would tell you, why isn't it 2 million? Like, every now and again, we don't control what other people think and do and how they think about us. And it's not that we did anything wrong. Do I believe that other people's opinions of us exist? Absolutely. Do they have their opinions of us? Absolutely. I'm just saying that it is not an effective place for us to keep our attention for too long of a period of time. And then lastly, comparison. Comparison's the thief of joy. We will always lose the comparison game because there is always someone that looks better, does things better, speaks better, moves better, knows more. Like, it's a losing game. What we can do, if we're going to compare, is just say, where am I today? Be accepting of that, and can I grow from there? But otherwise, the comparison to others, comparison to other programs, anything, is the thief of joy. And here's the really cool part. As coaches, there's 2 parts to this. One is, it is self-diagnostic. If you feel stress or anxiety, I will guarantee you that one of these is off. You will be in the replay or the pre-play. You will be focused on something that's out of your control, or you will be tied up in judgment. I promise you, if often it's all three, by the way, but it's a way for you to say, man, I don't feel the way I want to feel right now, and do a little bit of a diagnostic check. Which one of these is off? Can I get back to where I want to get to? Because we know that a mentally strong human being is going to be present, focused on what they control, and they are going to let go of the judgments surrounding them.